Good morning and welcome back to my page. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Bree. I am a nutrition coach. I've been in the industry now for almost 15 years. I have an app where we do one-on-one nutrition coaching and minimal equipment follow-along workouts. So you'll see a little bit about that, but we are jumping in a full day of the life of an average day. I'm also a mom of two under two. So Brady is almost 2 years old. He's 21 months. And then Blair, we just had about a month ago. So also they are at home with me 24/7. So I do a lot with them as well as working. And then I am also a dog mom. I have 2 Bernese Mountain Dogs. My husband and I have been married for what now? 5 years, and then we've been together now 15 years though dating. He is my high school sweetheart. So we met when I was 16 and 17 years old, which just blows my mind. We live in Colorado, and this is just an average day in the life. So ultimately what you didn't see before this video got started was I wake up with Blair, our daughter, at 4:30 in the morning to nurse her. I'm currently breastfeeding, so we fed her and then we jump out of bed to get after it. I have work to do and I have to get as much of it done before those kiddos wake up. So I jump out of bed, do a very detailed skincare routine, and then a very minimal, no makeup look for some makeup, because I am not a professional by any means, but skincare is everything to me. So I add that in and take a lot of time for that, and then just rush through this. We're getting ultimately ready to go film a 30-minute follow-along workout that I do inside of our app. These are 5 new ones per week. So I have to do that before the kiddos wake up, or else I will never find another time to work out in my day. That's probably one of the biggest things that I see moms struggle with, is just timing. And so ultimately the only way that I can get it done is waking up early and doing it before my son wakes up and right after I put Blair down for her kind of first feeding of the day. So this is kind of what works for me. We get ready quickly, and then we'll head downstairs. I work out at home, which makes it, again, just very, very simple for me. I noticed that we also own a gym here in Colorado, but I noticed that I was not able to make it as often as I wanted to. So we just grabbed some dumbbells and started doing it in our basement, which is ultimately how Team BGF started. But with that, I always train fasted. It just works for me. Again, I've been doing it for years. I actually don't generally recommend this to a majority of my clients, but it's what works for me. And so I start off with some EAAs. These are essential amino acids to make sure that I'm not breaking down more muscle tissue than I need to be doing. And then I also start off with always 20 ounces of water as well as some sodium just to get me started. Then generally I'll start off with a little bit of megawatt or an energy drink for some caffeine. Usually I do this while I start stretching and getting ready for my workout. Today I'm recording a leg day workout, which you guys generally won't see, but we do a lot of different circuit trainings in that workout and they are intense. Good morning. Just finished my workout. I swear, if you have not transitioned as a busy mom to working out at home, I swear by it, because it is the only way it would literally happen for me. I'm trying to be quiet because the kiddos are still sleeping. Actually, I think Brady's like kind of up. He's kind of rolling around over there. But generally, I feed Blair at 4:30 in the morning. She is 1 month, so if you're new here. And then I'm breastfeeding her, and then I roll out of bed, quickly get dressed, ready. I mean, you guys saw that, like how fast it takes me, like under 10 minutes. And then, you know, run down here, get my stuff started, and then go down into the basement, film our 30-minute follow-along workouts. So if you didn't know, I do follow-along workouts, 30 minutes, minimal equipment, and we have hundreds of busy moms doing it alongside us, which is so cool, so empowering. To see like all these moms at home just absolutely crushing it. So got that done. They're about to wake up. We're gonna have some breakfast. I always have a post-workout shake, so I'm gonna make that next. So with this, I always finish my workout with a post-workout shake. Generally, I recommend adding creatine into it too. Even my ladies, even my mamas add creatine in. Right now, I'm not, because Blair is only 1 month. I'll probably add it in here at like 3 or 4 months. But I always start this off. Yes, I work out fasted. I don't generally recommend it. I have been doing it for years, like years. and it simply like does not work now for me to like have food in my stomach. It just makes me feel sick. So, you know, I generally recommend, and I work out so early that I'm like, just get after it. So this is technically like my first meal of the day, and I don't even consider it a meal because it is quick digesting, whey protein isolate, quick digesting carb, and ultimately with that, it's going to be utilized in the body really, really fast. The reason I take this, one, helps me get my protein intake in, and it's just quick, simple, easy. You guys know how mornings are just absolutely crazy, but it's going to help repair and recover the muscles, and that's when we grow muscle mass. So we don't grow during our workouts, we break down, we deplete during those workouts, and so I had this in right after. Plus it's like a little reward, like, Brie, go kick your booty, and then you get like a sweet little treat. I'm like a sweets girl, so like the chocolate flavors, the chocolate mint cookie, the chocolate milkshake. You know, I'm just not like a super fruity person when it comes to my protein powders. This is a brand new flavor. It is salted caramel, and I am dying to try the chocolate milkshake in this one, like 1 scoop of each to make like a chocolate caramel. That would be so good. But I'm gonna have this, go wake up the kiddos. Yes, I wake them up. So if they're not up, which Brady is up, but wake them, I'll feed Brady. He's still doing a little bit of milk in the morning and then some berries. And then I'll breastfeed Blair and then kind of get started on our day. So thanks for following along with us today. I can confirm that salted caramel is pretty dang good. Would I say it's my favorite? No. Chocolate milkshake always is my favorite, but this one's pretty good. I would say my favorites are chocolate milkshake, chocolate mint cookie, and salted peanut butter. No. Nope. Pull that out. Chocolate milkshake, cafe mocha, and salted peanut butter. Do I take chocolate mint cookie out of there? Probably. All right, you guys heard him. All right, first things first is getting Brady Bear fed. We like to do one child at a time. So I work to try and keep Blair sleeping as long as possible until after my little snuggle session with Brady Bear. He gets 4 ounces of milk and then jumping into an actual breakfast. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna grab Brady some berries and then go get Blair and feed her. Blueberries is our favorite, huh? Yeah, this ultimately just saves me enough time. I try and do each kiddo like separately, so I'll go grab Blair and wake her up next. Look how large these blueberries are. Brady, I don't even know. Should we cut these in half? Can you eat those, buddy? This is like ginormous. Yeah, you got it, huh? All right, next up in the morning is generally I start to figure out and bag up my milk supply from the previous night. So if you don't really necessarily know what that is, I'm obviously a new mom and I am nursing Blair throughout the entire day. However, I do one pumping session each night. So that way Brandon can feed Blair, one, just for bonding, as well as to get her used to and adjusted to a bottle. And this is all the milk that I had produced last night, and I feed her once in the middle of the night around 1:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. So that way, you know, I wake her up, feed her, and then I'm using something called the HAHAHA. I used this last time with Brady, and this really helped me. I would feed Brady or Blair on one side and catch milk on the other side while I was feeding them to create a stash. Ultimately, you don't have to create a stash by any means. This has just been really helpful for us. I travel for work, or you know, if we're traveling or if I'm just not around, someone can feed Blair now with the stash that we have, or make sure that she is used to a bottle just because of those specific reasons. So I'm taking those pumping sessions, which actually I'm pumping a lot right now. which is awesome just within that one session, and splitting them into 4-ounce bags. If you didn't know the countertop trick, you'll notice I'm putting it against the countertop to get rid of all of those bubbles. And then after they are in 4-ounce bags, I will lay them flat to freeze. And then you'll see here shortly, I put those bags into larger bags out into our deep freezer to create a stash. Like I said, we do this a lot because sometimes I have to travel and I'll have to pump during that traveling, and Blair will obviously need food, but also it's really good to keep that milk supply for, you know, bubble baths, or it's really good for skin. So we like to keep it on hand, but this is how I go about that whole process. And I'll show you here shortly about putting it into the other bags. But if you are a mom getting started on building a supply, it's been really helpful for us. A few things that I like to do is, one, obviously making sure that you're feeding really frequently. I feed Blair every 2 to 3 hours. And then if you are lacking in producing, start pumping even after some of those feedings. Another thing that I always do is make sure that my hydration is on point. I drink about a gallon of water every single day, and some of that water even being packed with hydration sticks. I use a hydration stick that's filled with electrolytes, vitamins, and minerals. Something also really good for your milk supply and increasing it is oatmeal. So I have a giant bowl of oatmeal every single day. So if you're struggling with any of those, I have gone through my pre and postnatal certifications. So always reach out, comment down any questions down below, and hopefully I can help. But here I am putting those into a bag so that way I can put it out into the deep freezer. Honestly, the HAHAHA has been a total game changer for us too, because I honestly really dislike pumping. So this takes a good portion of my morning, as you can see. 10 to 15 minutes, obviously, but that's all while Brady and Blair are kind of playing and doing some tummy time. Okay, both kiddos are changed and diapers changed, and we are going to go to gymnastics here with Brady. I try and do that like once or twice each week, and then let's make some breakfast really fast because then we gotta get going. Okay, we've been back from gymnastics for a little bit now. Got Blair down for a nap. She naps 2 to 3 times per day, and then now I'm getting Brady ready with some milk, and then he's gonna go nap for his 1 nap. And this is ultimately where the day just turns crazy. I have tried filming a day in the lives before and it just goes nuts. So I'm working on it, but I'm gonna get Brady down for a nap. That's when Blair wakes up from her nap. I'll feed her and then also have some lunch. And then we'll have time for some work, which I've been working. Luckily, I work from my phone. So I've been working throughout the morning and things like that, getting some things done, but I'll have the biggest chunk of time for my work when Brady is down from sleeping. This is what I mean by when my life is chaos, but we make it work. We have a lot of fun with it too. So keep joining along. I'm gonna have some lunch and get Brady down, and so I'll show you guys what I'm making for lunch. Okay. Blair is currently sleeping. Brady just got down. I have to wake up Blair here pretty soon. I was going to actually physically make lunch, but I'm just gonna do some leftovers. Guys, if you have not done the goodles, I think is how it's pronounced, it's higher protein, just better ingredients, better macros. We love it. Brady loves it so much, and I am all about family-friendly recipes that we can like all have together. I'm not cooking something different. That's me, that's for Brandon, that's for Brady. So a lot of the times I just take in like what types of foods does he like, and then, you know, make it a little bit more macro friendly, or, you know, make a macro friendly healthy meal and then encourage him to try something different with Brady. He's 20 months, so it is a little bit like back and forth. Sometimes I have to give him that option and then make something else, but I do my best, right? We are all moms, and the best that we can do is the best that we can do. So I love this, but we had this last night, and I'm just gonna pop it in the microwave. But what I was going to say, and I talk about this a lot with my clients, and if I do have any moms here, this is a total game changer, is just ingredient prepping. So if meal prepping feels too much for you, or feels like it's intimidating, or it takes too long, or you just don't know what to meal prep per se, think about ingredient prepping. So for this specific recipe, like over the weekend, we made a ton of just like grilled chicken, not grilled chicken, sorry, just like chicken breasts. Baked those up, and then we just utilize it throughout the entire week of throwing it on top of different recipes or different ingredients to kind of make that meal. So we do that a lot with like ground beef. Ground beef literally takes like 5 minutes, or we'll bake, you know, some chicken breast or use our Just Meats chicken. And then throughout the week, we'll have it just on different things. So for instance, if one night we want goodles with chicken in it, so it's like a, you know, chicken mac and cheese, sometimes we'll, you know, shred it up and put it into a taco. Sometimes we'll add barbecue sauce or different dressings or sauces to it, throw on top of a salad. Like, you have that bulk protein option. Protein is ultimately the most important macronutrient, determines what we looks like, creates a strong tone, lean, desired look, keeps us fuller longer. If we want to physically actually change the way that our physique looks, that comes from protein. So I always make sure, what type of protein source am I going to have in the fridge this week, and then, you know, throw it on top of other stuff. And that's really what I'm making my meals too, of thinking like, okay, what's that protein source that I'm going to have for the meal? And then I think of, okay, what's my carb source, what's my fat source? But if you know, creating like recipes feels too much, just make sure that you have some type of protein source: chicken breast, turkey, ground turkey, lean beef, you know, fish or shrimp. We love the already cooked freezer shrimps. Those are really easy ones too. And so ultimately I'm just going to eat this. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done. I've got like 15-20 minutes before I have to wake up Blair, and then move on with my day. So hopefully that was helpful. Ingredient prep instead of meal prep. All right, let me catch you guys up to speed, because this is why it is so dang hard doing these, because the day just gets away from me and it gets absolutely nuts. Like, can you see my freaking mascara running down my face? We worked for multiple hours staring at a computer screen with client check-ins. If you didn't know, I'm a nutrition coach, so I do follow-along workouts and nutrition coaching one-on-one inside of our app. So sat my butt at a computer for a few hours, cranked some of that work out, and then fed Brady and Blair when they both got up. And so now we are finally getting to our next meal. And honestly, we do not feel like cooking. So we are just going to do a make it at home Chick-fil-A night. We are a Chick-fil-A fam. We love Chick-fil-A. Usually when we are like craving anything, it's a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I always get either the regular #1 fries, of course, or the spicy sandwich, but the deluxe version. If you guys haven't tried it, highly recommend it. You will hear Brady and Blair in the background, and probably Brandon, because we're just real mom club over here. So, chugging our water, getting some of this in, and getting caught up, because honestly the day just got away from me. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'll catch you guys up on when it's done. Dinner time routine, then the whole nighttime routine, and winding down for the evening. It's like, I want it to be wind down time now, but we still got some work to do. So let's make this super easy. Yes, I'm a nutrition coach and I eat this. So today has not been perfect by any means with my meals. It's just real life. It doesn't have to be perfect. Does it work? Absolutely. Is it perfect? No. I wish I had more fresh vegetables in my diet today. I wish I had more whole food options that were not as processed in my diet today, but I'm gonna be real. It's real over here. I'm not someone who, you know, has all these gourmet meals or anything along those lines, or a personal chef by any means, because so I also always get the question of what else I'm taking. So during at dinner time, every single time we are making dinner, this is the time that I take my reds, my greens, and my other supplements. Generally, a majority of these don't, it doesn't matter like when you take them, it's just you have to be consistent about it. And I remember when I'm making dinner, because I'm just here in the kitchen anyways, waiting for it to cook or whatnot. So that's the air fryer that you're hearing. And then you'll probably hear Brady and Blair like I talked about. Hey Brady, what are you doing, buddy? Real Moms Club. Can we just hashtag that like every single time? Real Moms Club. So reds and greens, ultimately I take these every single day. It helps with greens specifically, have probiotics, digestive enzymes in them. Make sure that your greens are not just powdered vegetables, because the majority of them are. This one I love. I've been taking it about 8 years. I used to have really bad gut health issues. So probiotics, digestive enzymes, ultimately if you struggle with anything like bloating, utilizing the foods that you're eating, always hungry, never hungry, getting sick all the time, immune system, mood swings, or like changes that way, which postpartum we all know, but so I take these. Brady can now like get inside a lot of things, like he can open doors and drawers and all of those things. And then anyways, but reds work on a more cellular basis. It's going to help with like blood flow, heart health. It has prebiotics in it to help feed those probiotics. And so they're not just fruits, not just vegetables, which a lot of people misinterpret, which some of the brands out there are like that. So making sure that they're not. So usually I'll mix L-carnitine into these, but right now because I'm feeding Blair, I don't have those. And a mustache. Brand, you want some reds and greens?
Sure.
Okay, I'll make them 1 sec. Also, adding in prenatals. I do 3 of those, which generally replace my microfactor, which is an all-encompassing micronutrient packet. You technically don't need both. So I've taken these now for the past like 3 years, because I took them pregnant with Brady, postpartum with Brady, pregnant with Blair, and now we're going on to postpartum with Blair. And then I take 5 fish oils per day. Guys, if I love a supplement that is so basic, this would be it. Increases good cholesterol, lowers bad cholesterol, reduces inflammation. Did you find some lemonade packets? Maybe we can make those later. Full mega though, it's a fish oil capsule, high in EPA and DHA. Like I said, increases good cholesterol, lowers bad cholesterol, reduces inflammation within the body, and then also helps with like joint health, It is like a 365 for me. And then I also take joint mobility, which Brandon and I have both taken these for a long time. It's ultimately helping just heal, repair, and keep stronger joints and tendons and ligaments. I am on an iron supplement. I have been actually pretty much majority of pregnancy, halfway through pregnancy, just because I was getting spells of like dizziness and things like that. So, and a lot of times like iron rich foods, we don't eat a ton of those in general. And I do have hypothyroidism. So I do take a thyroid medication. I have for years now. People are always really surprised when I tell them that I struggle with thyroid issues as well. So let me make Brandon his reds and greens. Oh, I don't have L-carnitine with me over here, Brand. But I can add it in. What'd you find next? Is that a bag? I wish you guys could see him because he's just bringing stuff out of our pantry. Mom life. Oh, it just gets better and better. He can reach doors, the cabinets. His favorite thing is our buttons. What is K-cups? Bring in K-cups. Should we show them? K-cups for our coffee pot? Yeah, do you want to put them back? Cool, thanks. Let's see what else he brings. Nope, he just threw it. Oh, more K-cups. Those are clearly easy for him to get. Let me grab. So L-carnitine, we generally mix these into reds and greens. It's a natural fat burner that helps transport fatty tissue to be utilized as energy. Like I said, my goal right now is not losing body fat and just keeping calories as high as possible for feeding Blair. But it is a great one to add in L-carnitine cough into your reds and your greens to help with one, flavoring. It helps transport fatty tissue to be utilized as energy and prevent future fat storage. Plus, it just tastes really good. So, adding that into Brandon's reds and greens right now. This is Summer Cooler. Chick-fil-A at home. We use this sauce, this G. Hughes sauce, because it has way better macros and it's pretty dang similar. I mean, we switch between this or like a honey mustard or some of the G. Hughes barbecue sauces, which are great with these. So if you ever need a really simple, easy meal, this is our go-to. All right, winding down for the night. We kind of just did a little family walk outside. We call it the Brady Walk. The Brady Walk because we have this big loop around our neighborhood. It's actually like we have this giant loop around the neighborhood, which is generally what I do for my walks, like when he's in the stroller. And then we have this like little tiny loop that kind of has this like center portion to our neighborhood. And we let Brady walk that usually in the evenings so he can just like get some energy out and, you know, a little bit more exercise. I prioritize my walk so much and tell all my clients that to get into their second heart rate zone and go for an intentional walk. So we also have Brady do that, and it's not every single night. I wish I was doing it more, but we got that done tonight, and it only takes about like 20-30 minutes for him to do that entire loop. But he like legit walks with us. It's really slow for me, really slow for Brandon. The dogs are like literally pulling like let's freaking go, but it's really designed for Brady to get out, get his energy burned off a little bit, and get some additional exercise for him. And then I just came up here. Brandon and Brady are downstairs playing. Brandon will feed Brady one more bottle. I'm about to wind down with some skincare, which I just got a full restock of. It's like my thing that makes me feel so good and makes me feel alive and makes me feel like just a good human there. I'll shower. And then we have been implementing one bottle session with Blair. So Brady will actually... Brandon will feed Blair from that stash that I've been creating, and it's my one pumping session of the night. So we'll do that right around 9 o'clock. Before that, we'll have some protein ice cream and a little bit of reading to wind down, and then lights out by 9:30. I'll have one more session with Blair nursing her at like 1:32ish a.m. And then we'll wake up, alarm goes off at 4:30 to do this beautiful day all over again. So I'll show you guys a little bit about my protein ice cream and pumping and things like that. But other than that, there's our day. Gotta do all this skincare.